Biblical Bites with Dr. B. I have Dr. Chris Bergwald sitting across from me with a big old smile on his face because he's like, I have no idea what's happening right now.
Hi, Renee.
Hi.
We're going to dive right in. It's
Okay.
year B.
Yes,
Mark's
it is year B,
Gospel.
and it's the second Sunday of Lent.
Second Sunday of Lent. This is why we're diving right in. I'm going to read the Gospel is the Transfiguration, which I love the fact that the church, it's Lent, right? Like, we're very somber. We're
Yes.
doing
And
our
we're like,
pences.
I got to
We're
give stuff
hungry.
up.
And here, the second Sunday of Lent, we have the Transfiguration. So I'm going to read this, and both you and Elise, I'd like you guys, so you guys, the two of you.
Should have warned her. We could have put a mic on her.
No, that's okay. She can be loud.
Okay.
I want you, though, there used to be, way back before your time, Elise, Frosted Flakes had a commercial, taste them again for the first time. So I want you to try
I don't even remember that.
Or cornflakes. Frosted Flakes or cornflakes.
Okay.
What are the two? It was Kellogg's. Okay? Just go with me.
Okay.
I want you to try to listen to Mark's telling of the Transfiguration as if you've never heard it before.
Okay.
So you got to pay attention.
Okay.
Okay? Jesus took Peter, James, and John and led them up a high mountain apart by themselves. And he was transfigured before them, and his clothes became dazzling white, such as no fuller on earth could bleach them. Then Elijah appeared to them along with Moses, and they were conversing with Jesus. Then Peter said to Jesus in reply, Rabbi, it is good that we are here. Let us make 3 tents, one for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah. He hardly knew what to say. They were so terrified. Then a cloud came, cast a shadow over them. From the cloud came a voice, casting a shadow over them. From the cloud came a voice, This is my beloved son, listen to him. Suddenly, looking around, they no longer saw anyone but Jesus alone with them. As they were coming down from the mountain, he charged them not to relate what they had seen to anyone, except when the Son of Man had risen from the dead. So they kept the matter to themselves, questioning what rising from the dead meant. Okay. Questions or observations? Renee, I'm going to start with Renee. Did you notice anything that you haven't noticed before? And you can say that.
Yeah, actually, they never did build tents.
They never built tents, right? Right.
Like, I never really realized that.
Elise, was there anything that you noticed that you've never noticed before? And again, you may not have.
I never considered, what... I don't think I would have offered to build a tent for something that comes from the sky.
From the sky. Okay, if you didn't hear that, she wasn't sure we should build a tent for something that comes from the sky.
Right,
which is
what's
true.
going on here?
And, why would you take me up here and not let me share what, crazy thing just happened?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Why not share?
Yeah. Any question? Okay, that was a kind of a question. Renee, any question? Okay. So, a couple things. First of all, this happens right after Peter makes the confession that Jesus is the Messiah.
Oh, right.
And this happens, but then there's going to be, again, another allusion to Jesus's death. So the prophecy of his crucifixion and death. So in the midst of this, and at the beginning of our Lenten journey, beginning-ish, we get the Transfiguration. The Transfiguration reveals to us who Jesus is. He is God. But what the heck is going on? So this is the thing that I want to focus on. So I was really struck by what you guys found interesting. What I want to, just for sake of our time here, Elijah and Moses. Why Elijah and Moses? Any idea from either of you?
Well, I think Moses is considered the greatest of the prophets, right?
Close.
Okay.
So you're
Maybe Elijah is. I don't know.
So Moses, what did God give Moses?
The
Elise?
law. Oh, sorry. I didn't know you were saying, this is
When I'm
Elise.
looking
She says
at-
the law.
Looking at. So
I was going to say commandments.
right, which are part of the law.
Yeah.
So Moses is the figure who sort of represents the law, and Elijah is considered the great. Even though his successor Elisha did even more miracles than he did, Elijah is sort of like the prototypical Old Testament prophet. So you have the law and the prophets talking with Jesus. Jesus is the new covenant. He is fulfilling everything that came before. So it's fitting that he's here talking now with these two great figures. So what we see is the Transfiguration. He is God himself summarizing everything that's come before, and he's fulfilling it now in his ministry.
Good stuff, Dr. B. Thank you.
You bet.